We're just about ready for the face-off, which will get this one going. The important game, of course, they're all important this stage of the season, Reg. Massena involved in a big race with OFA and Potsdam, I would think, and Canton, as a matter of fact, right now. So, an important game. Off the face-off, Dion with the puck now, feeding it ahead. McQuaig off DeRushy's stick, can't control it. It's picked up by Wells, the leading scorer for these Canton Golden Bears. He starts to move it ahead. Gets by a check. Here comes Wells. DeRushy takes him out of the play. The puck slides across the blue line, but offsides is called against Canton. The face-off will be outside the Massena Red Raider zone. Bill McQuaig against Chris Wells as we get ready for the face-off. Off the draw. It comes into the Massena zone off the stick of Andy Furman. Back out again and is dumped right back in by Wells. Comes to Frigo behind the net. Frigo trying to move it ahead. His headman gets by everybody. That'll probably be icing. No, they wave it off. So it goes deep into the Canton zone. Racing back to try to pick it up is Elliot Rohde. Rohde clears it around the boards. DeRushy's got it. He's taken out of the play by Rohde. The puck goes in behind the net. They jam at it. McQuaig in there trying to come up with it, along with John Collins. The puck back to the point. Frigo takes a shot. It's knocked down, and Canton breaks out. Here's Wells, and he is upended on the play, and there's going to be a penalty on Frigo, as Frigo got his stick caught in Wells' skates, and Wells went down, and Frigo will be called for tripping, and Canton will go on the power play here early in the hockey game. And I don't know, it wasn't really an intentional penalty, but it probably could have turned out to be a good penalty.
Well, it was sort of a semi-breakaway, but the stick, Frigo's stick, just got caught up in the Canton player's leg. So Canton, early in the first period, goes in the power play.
Buffy Richards out there to try to kill it off, along with Scott Northrup. And back on the points, it's going to be, let's see here, Chilton out for one, along with McLean. The puck deep in the Massena zone. McLean trying to feed it back on the other side. They jam at it. The puck comes free to Carville. Greg Carville drops it back to the point. Bill Duskus with it. Duskus playing 1 point. Trying to move it through. Goes to the faceoff circle. Carville drops it. Here's Wells. Wells, cross-ice pass over on the other side. They jam at it. And Richards steals it and tries to clear the zone. He ties it up just inside. And the whistle blows, and we're going to have a faceoff. Good job and good steal by Buffy Richards for Massena to break up some passing by Canton on the power play. Now Massena is going to make a change in penalty killers as Tommy Dion comes back out with Bobby Page. Page, who had such a good game killing penalties against Potsdam.
Excellent.
So he'll be out there now along with Dion. Wells' line stays out there for Canton. They've got Bill Duskus playing 1 point along with Andy Furman. Face off just inside the Massena zone. No score in the game. Off the draw. Puck comes to Richards. Richards trying to control it. Now Northrup picks it up and dumps it into the penalty box. Try to get it down the ice. And they'll face it off from the point where he fired the puck just inside the Massena zone. And we'll do it all over again. Wells still in there. 52 seconds left in the Canton power play. Off the draw. The puck goes back to Bobby Page, and he finds the hole, dumps it down the ice. Canton comes back trying to regroup. It's Andy Furman with the puck. Furman leaves it for Wells. Here comes Wells. Breaking out right side of his own zone. He gets up ahead of steam, feeding it ahead. They go across the blue line, offsides. Wells ahead of the play. Just a quick little give and go, and Wells was about a stride ahead of the play.
He was a stride off. It was a good play on Canton's part, but Wells just about a stride off. Face off just out the Massena blue line. Canton still on the power play. Leave Frigo in the box.
Richards and Northrup are out there. Now Canton will put the Mo Parker line out there. Parker, Merritt, and Abbott. Off the face-off, puck out to center ice. Duska still out there, along with Furman playing the points. Now they dump it in. That'll be an icing call against Canton as they dumped it from the wrong side of the red line. They tried to connect a pass, and it didn't connect, and that's an icing call. The face-off will move back into Canton territory. 25 seconds left in the Canton power play. 13:02 left in the first period, and we have no score in the hockey game. 0-0. Richards out there with Northrup still. Richards against Parker. Oh, a shot right off the face-off, and the save made, and Stu Mitchell had to be quick on that. Now they try to tie it up in the corner, and Northrup does a nice job doing that, and we'll face it off again. And we're down to 18 seconds in the Canton power play. 12:55 in the period, no score in the hockey game. Face off in the Canton zone right side is Stu Mitchell off the draw. Northrup trying to get the shot off. He can't. The puck comes free back to the blue line. Dion falls down, and just so happened he fell on top of the puck and ties it up. And we'll have a face-off just outside the Canton zone with 10 seconds left in the Golden Bear power play. Off the draw. The puck comes to Page. Bobby Page steps across the red line, across the blue line, gets a shot. It's wide, but it kills some time. 3 seconds left in the Canton power play. 1 second. That'll take care of it. Lee Frigo back out on the ice, and Massena with a full contingent of players. Now the Golden Bears try to control. Here comes Darren Abbott, has it poke checked away, slides deep in the Massena zone. Back there is Page, around behind to Dion. Dion back to Page, back to Dion, back to Page. Now they cleared around the boards. Puck takes a funny bounce, but Northrup comes up with it, feeds it for Buffy Richards out to center ice. Now the puck in the Canton zone, right there to pick it up is Billy Duskus, feeding it to center ice. Now here comes David Romeo, breaking in, gets by one. Here's Romeo trying to center it, but he's the only white shirt there. And the Golden Bears dump it down the ice, and I think that'll go far enough for icing. Yes, it will. And icing called on Canton, so Massena doing a good job killing that penalty.
Right, they did not have any shots on net or at the net.
In fact, Massena had one shot on net off the faceoff. So we're back to full houses for both teams with 11:57 left to go first period. No score in the hockey game. David Romeo's line out there for Massena. And it's going to be Leaf Hunt with Bill Bascom and Kevin Fergal for the Canton Golden Bears. Face off right side in the Canton zone, off the draw. The puck comes to Bascom. Bascom around behind the net. Trying to get some running room. He can't. Romeo takes it away. Romeo jams at it right in front of the Canton bench, and the puck goes up into the stands. And they'll face it off. Probably just inside the Canton zone. That's where they'll face it off. Romeo stays out there against Hunt. The puck is dropped, and the puck comes out. Here comes McLean with the puck. Trying to feed it ahead. It's intercepted by Bascom. They jam at it. McLean gets it back again. The drop pass. It goes to Chilton, back to McLean in his own zone. Long headman pass, and right back comes Hart. He can't control it. It's poke checked away from him, goes back to McLean at his own blue line. His headman, Romeo. Here comes David across the blue line. It's taken away from him. The puck bounces back into the Canton zone off a Canton skate, and it's picked up there by Furman. Furman is jammed out of the play. The puck slides behind the net. Hart in there after it. Hart comes away with a puck. Centering pass hits the side of the net, and Bascom comes up with it. Feeds it out to center ice. It's going to slide deep into the Massena zone. Chilton going after it. And he and Fergal, and Chilton comes up with it. Poking it ahead to Hurlbut. Hurlbut's pass doesn't get out of the zone. Here's an opportunity for Wells. Wells feeding Fergal. It's taken away from him. Comes back to the point. Here's a shot knocked down, and McLean has it. Long headman pass meant for Hurlbut. A little bit too far for him. It's picked up by Bill Duskus. Duskus in his own zone as Massena trying to make a line change. Now Fergal has it taken away by Dion. Oh, Dion can't control. Now it's poke checked away by DeRushy. DeRushy in the corner for Massena. Gets by a check. He's upended. And right back comes Wells for Canton. And you can see why he's a scorer, can't you, Reg?
Right. He handles the puck well.
Reg, or I should say, Wells taken out of the play. And right back to the blue line comes the puck. Kept in there at the point by McGurk, who's out there now for Canton. But Dion takes it back, and here comes Tommy Dion. Dion across the blue line. He is upended on the play. We're going to have a tripping call against Canton. And Massena will go on the power play as John Collins is called for tripping as he upended Tommy Dion, who is rushing down the left side. So now Massena with a power play opportunity with 10:07 left to play here. In the first period, no score in the hockey game. McQuaig will be out there with Wiley and DeRushy. Dion and Richards will be playing the points. So Massena with another weapon back on this power play in the person of Tommy Dion. Off the face-off, the puck comes back to Richards. Richards moves it in, feeding it through. DeRushy. DeRushy looks right in front, and Wiley gets a shot on. It hits the side of the net, I believe. Now Wiley trying to dig it out along with McQuaig, and McQuaig takes it. Here's McQuaig. Drop pass goes back to Buffy Richards. He winds his shot. Oh, nice save by Stu Mitchell on the glove. That one was labeled for the upper left-hand corner, but Mitchell got the big glove out and made a nice save. 1:12 left in the Massena power play. Face-off stays in the Canton zone right side. Okay, McQuaig will take the draw against Wells. Off the face-off, back to the point. Richards over to Dion. Wind the shot through a screen, goes off a skate. Ouch. And DeRushy trying to come up with it. He can't. Now McQuaig steps in there. They jam at it. DeRushy's got it. He fights for it. Now McQuaig takes a poke at it. He's got it behind the net. Now right in front. Short side shot. Back to the point it goes. Dion picks it up. Here's Dion now. Passes it in. It goes to Wiley right in front. Wiley short side shot. Nice save by Mitchell. McQuaig trying to get a stick on it. The easy backhand and another save by Mitchell. Massena putting some pressure on, but so far Stu Mitchell has been there.
Right, 46 seconds left in the penalty to Collins of Canton. The face-off will be in the Canton end, just to the right of Stu Mitchell, who had to come up with two pretty good saves on that power play advantage of Massena Red Raiders.
Peter Merrill out to take the face-off now for the Canton Golden Bears. Merrill out there, along with Fergal. Up front trying to kill it off the draw. Wiley has it poke checked away, and out to center ice it goes. Kevin Fergal, and he's going to just dump it deep into the Massena zone. Dion picks it up right in front of his own net. Headman pass goes to Bill McQuaig. McQuaig takes it across on the right side, gets by the defenseman, right front short side shot, the save, the rebound, another save, they poke it in, but the net is off its moorings, and that goal will not count.
The net had moved. McQuaig took the first shot, and as he did, I think Mitchell hit the net, moving it off its moorings, so the Durashi had put the puck in the net, but the net was already moved and it was waved off. So no goal for Massena. 27 seconds still on the power play for Massena.
So Massena so far has had a good power play.
Right,
They've got everything but put the puck in the net. Off the face. Puck into the corner. They jam it at Duskus and Durashi. Now McQuaig steps in, picks it up, takes it into the corner. Here's McQuaig with a puck. Looking, drops it back to Dion. Back to McQuaig. Here's McQuaig. Looking to pass. Goes to Tommy Dion. Back to McQuaig in the face-off circle in the slot. He shoots, he scores! Tommy Dion will pick up the assist. And Bill McQuaig pulled a Mark Durashi that time as he waited and waited and waited until Mitchell committed himself, and then he beat him on the left side. Massena goes ahead 1-0. A power play goal. Coming at 6 minutes and 13 seconds in the first period. Buffy Richards also picked up an assist. So it's McQuaig from Dion and Richards, and we're back to action here. Dowd beating it ahead to Buffy Richards. They break in, trying to get it through to Northrup, and the pass is intercepted. Northrup all by himself. Back to the point it goes. Here's Chilton's shot, the save made by Mitchell. The puck goes into the corner. After it there is Furman. Furman trying to control it. Northrup takes it away. It's back to the point. Here's Chilton's shot, a bouncer, goes in behind the net. Canton trying to clear it. Now comes around the boards where it's picked up by Darren Abbott. He can't get out. It's back in behind the net again as Chilton kept it in. Now back behind the net. Rhodey trying to feed it ahead. Dowd steals it. Dowd has it behind the net once more. Here's Dowd centering right in front. It bounces, and Buffy Richards just couldn't get a stick on it. Now it's Northrup. Northrup taken out of the play. He still got it somehow. He holds on to it. Here comes Northrup in the slot. He shoots. The save. The rebound comes to Richards. It's poke checked away from him by Andy Furman. The puck behind the net. Buffy Richards steps in there again. Picks it up in heavy traffic. Gets to McLean. McLean shot. Oh, just wide. Now whistles around to Chilton on the left side. He takes it in the corner. Here comes Chilton centering past the Dowd. He can't control. It comes to McLean. He pinches in the faceoff circle. He fired it across the crease. A penalty called on Canton. Massena putting pressure on. Another shot goes just wide. It comes around to McLean. He dumps it into the corner. Canton finally touches it, and Massena will go on the power play again. An interference call going against the Golden Bears, and all kinds of pressure by Massena.
Well, this whole period so far, and the period is almost half over, has really been played in the Canton end. The puck was in the Massena end just for a short time when Canton was on the power play. They had no shots on net. In fact, Dan Murphy has not had a shot on him as yet with 7.5 minutes elapsed here. So all Massena so far, one goal being scored. That's a power play goal by McQuaig.
Furman getting the gate for interference, and Massena right back out there with a power play combination. Only we're going to see Chilton on the left point instead of Richards, because Richards was out there. Here's a shot by Dion, the rebound right in front, and Mitchell gets a big stick on it, steers it in the corner. Bill McQuaig putting some pressure on now, trying to get it in the corner. They jam at it, and Durashi comes in to help out. He's taken out of the play by Duskus, but McQuaig picks it up. Here's Billy McQuaig now, dumps it to Wiley. Wiley goes back to the point. Here's Chilton. Chilton, left point from Massena. Back to Wiley. It's intercepted, and Canton clears it. 7 minutes left to play in the period. Massena leading it by a score of 1-0. Tom Dion with it behind his own net. Feeding it ahead. His pass is deflected. It comes to McQuaig. McQuaig steps around to check, but it's out to center ice, and the Golden Bears have the puck. It's Bill Duskus. Duskus dumps it down the ice. Puck whistling around in behind the Massena net. Tommy Dion steps in, feeding it ahead. Durashi to McQuaig. McQuaig moves it across the blue line. Here comes McQuaig, gets by a check, brings it into the corner. Looking to go to Dion, back at the point. Dion over to Chilton. He winds, his shot goes wide. The rebound comes to McQuaig. He can't control it. They jam at it, and it's dumped down the ice by Canton again. 23 seconds left in the Massena power play. Chilton has it in behind his own net. Here's Chilton. Headman goes to McQuaig. McQuaig steps by a check. Takes it into the Canton zone, dumps it in behind the net. Mike McGurk there for the Golden Bears. He can't clear it. It goes back to Chilton. His shot, oh, just wide. Whistles all the way around to Dion. He keeps it in. Trying to feed it through to McQuaig. The penalty's up. McQuaig in the slot to DeRushy. DeRushy back to McQuaig. They shoot. Oh, nice save by Mitchell. Nice pass play by Massena. Here's another shot just wide by Massena. It comes to Dion. He's taken out of the play. McQuaig picks up the puck, goes back to Chilton at the point. Chilton trying to feed it through. It's intercepted, and Canton gets it out of the zone. As Chilton throws a big check, and right back comes Tommy Dion. Steps across the blue line. He shoots right on. Mitchell makes the save. He comes after his own rebound. He's all by himself, trying to feed it through. The puck comes free in front, and it's fired just wide by Hart. Now Romeo picks it up into the corner. Romeo gets by a check. Here comes David into the face-off circle. Gets a no, he doesn't get the shot off. It's poke checked away defensively by Canton, and they clear it out to center ice. McLean over to Dion. Headman to Hart. Hart trying to feed it through for Romeo. The puck comes back to Hart. Romeo's offsides. And now it comes to McGurk. McGurk trying to control it. Bangs it off the boards to center ice. Now it's Castleman who's out there, feeding it ahead for Hurlbut. Off his stick. Kept in by Hurlbut, though. Into the corner it goes. Behind the net, Mitchell trying to leave it for his defenseman, Rhodey. The puck comes free. Romeo, he can't control. Now he's got it. Trying to dump it through the middle. McGurk loses to Romeo. Here comes Romeo in on the left side. Romeo in behind the net. He's taken out of the play by Rhodey. They jam at it, and we're going to have a penalty.
I think it's another interference call.
Right? McGurk?
Yep.
So Mike McGurk gets the interference call, and Massena will go on the power play again. 4:31. This period has flown along, hasn't it?
It certainly has, and Canton has not had a shot on net, not even an attempt of a shot on net at Massena's net. Dan Murphy has not been tested yet.
4:31 left to go. Massena leading 1-0, and they have had some opportunities. Stu Mitchell has played well. He's been a busy man. Well, we're going to see McQuaig right back out there with Wiley and DeRushy. Buffy Richards will be playing the left point once again, along with Tom Dion. So the regular power play combination, face off Canton zone right side off the draw. Dion can't control it. It's poke checked out to center ice. Good defensive play made there by the Canton Golden Bears, Kevin Fergal. Now here comes Buffy Richards. Oh, kind of a dandy move there by Richards. Feeding it ahead. Tom Dion. Dion's headman to McQuaig, trying to split the defense. He's going to drop it off. It goes back to Dion. Dion into DeRushy. DeRushy trying to drop it through. It's taken away from him by Fergal again. Fergal tries to clear the zone. He can't. Ahead to DeRushy, as Dion did a nice job to keep that in. Here's DeRushy. Back to Tom Dion. Back to DeRushy. DeRushy back to Dion. Dion fakes a shot, goes to DeRushy in the slot, trying to get the shot off. It's knocked down by Elliot Rhodey, and Canton clears the zone again. Right there's Buffy Richards. The headman goes to DeRushy. DeRushy trying to get by Rhodey, leaves it for McQuaig. McQuaig comes in behind the net. Now he takes it right in front. Here's Wiley's shot, the save made by Mitchell. And the Golden Bears fire it down the length of the ice again. Good opportunity there for Massena. 30 seconds left in the power play. Here comes Tom Dion. Long headman pass. Romeo jamming at it. Now Dion steps in there. He can't pick it up. They jam at it. Greg Carvel does. Here comes Carvel now for Canton. He's taken out of the play. Murphy gets the stick on it somehow, and it goes high over the net, but not too high over the net. Tommy Dion with it, clearing it around the boards. The penalty has 5 seconds left as it slides down the ice, and Massena, no, they wave it off. As the puck goes deep in the Canton zone, the penalty is up, and we're playing back at full strength for both clubs. Now Timmy Dowd steps on the ice, the Buffy Richards line out there. As the puck comes out to center ice, the Golden Bears try to bring it down. Coming in is Collins. Collins steps by a check. He's upended, but he gets up again. The puck taken away by Dowd, though. Dowd breaks out right side. Headman pass to Northrup. Northrup is checked out of the play. Following it up is Dowd. He can't control, but it comes to Frigo. Frigo just dumps it, and it goes deep into the Canton zone again. Back to pick it up is Furman. Furman trying to clear it over on the other side. Dowd steps into him. Now Wells comes back. Trying to get it to Furman. Wells comes up with it. Here comes Wells. A head man to Collins. Poke checked away. Right back to center ice it goes. Here's Duskus now, just dumping it deep in the Massena zone. Murphy leaves the side of the net for Chilton. Chilton for Massena. Long headman pass, and that's going to be an icing call on Massena. So with 1:58 left to play in the first period, the faceoff will move back into the Massena zone. 1-0, the Raiders lead. Stu Mitchell, though, has been a busy gentleman.
He's been a busy gentleman, and I'm not sure even on last one, I wouldn't even give Dan Murphy a save on that. He just come out, sort of cleared the puck, and it sort of deflected over the net. I'm not sure if officially he had a save or not. They might give him one save.
Well, we still have 1:58 left to go in the first period. Leith Hunt's line out there now against the Buffy Richards line off the face. Richards takes it behind his own cage. He starts out right side, feeding it ahead. It's kept in there nicely by Kevin Fergal. Back to Tom Dion. Dion, headman pass goes by everybody. That's going to be another icing call on Massena. Yep, there it is. And that'll move it back into the Massena zone once more. 1:39 left to play first period. 1-0 Massena leads. Face-off will be in the Massena zone right side of goaltender Dan Murphy. Off the face. The puck comes to Bascom. His shot, I'm not sure if that was a save or not. It hit something. Now right in front again, and Murphy's going to cover it up. That went off the stick of Leith Hunt. It wasn't really a shot, but Murphy decided to cover up on it.
It was just trickling in toward the goal, and the best thing to do is cover up on that and have a face-off in your own zone. Stan Moore, I think, wanted to get a line change out there anyway. He puts out that line of McQuaig, Wiley, and DeRushy for the last, minute and 31 seconds to go in the first period. Massena leads 1-0 on a goal by Billy McQuaig.
Chris Wells line out there now for Canton. Wells out there with Greg Carville and John Collins. Bill Duskus playing 1 point along with Mike McGurk. Off the faceoff, Frigo's back. He and Dion out there for Massena. Frigo has it. Feeds it ahead for DeRushy. Here comes DeRushy. Long headman from McQuaig. McQuaig feeds to Wiley. Wiley across, right in front. McQuaig all by himself. He shoots. Nice save. Oh, nice save by Mitchell. Puck back to the point. Frigo keeps it in for a second. It comes underneath him, and he's going to be called for a hand pass as he shoveled it ahead to DeRushy. So Mitchell has been tough here in this first period.
That was a super save this past one here. He's had a number of real good saves, Jerry, here in the first period. Otherwise, the score would be more than 1-0.
1:09 left to go in the initial stanza. McQuaig out there now. Northrup's going to play the right wing. Wiley comes off. Wait a minute. No, now Northrup's coming back. I don't know what that's all about. But anyway, we have kind of a hybrid line here as Page is playing one wing. Now Frigo with it at the red line, feeding it ahead. It goes to McQuaig. McQuaig looking. He's got Wiley trying to center it. Comes right to the side of the net. McQuaig gets it back again. He's got it. Drops it to the point. Frigo. Frigo winds. His shot through a screen. That just wide. Hit a dead spot. Picked up by Wiley. Wiley in the face-off circle. Right side of the goaltender. Goes to McQuaig behind the net. McQuaig with it. Back to the point. Tom Dion fakes the shot. Goes back to McQuaig. McQuaig steps by McGurk. Takes it right in front. Short side shot. The save made by Mitchell. McQuaig's got it again. We have a whistle. And we're going to have another penalty. And we're going to have matching minors, I believe. Well, let's see here.
I'm not.
No? I'm sorry, man in the crease.
Man in the crease, okay.
Okay.
Man is in the crease, so the face-off will be outside the Canton blue line. 31 seconds to go, first period.
Well, Massena making some changes as Chilton and McLean come out to play the points. Romeo's line out there. Romeo gets the face-off. Now it's taken away from him. Here comes Wells. Wells in on the off wing. He stops just inside, trying to feed it through to Greg Carville. He and Romeo jam at it, and the puck goes free. It's picked up by Chilton. Chilton circles, takes it into the corner, feeding Romeo. Romeo ahead to Hurlbut. Here comes Hurlbut back to Rowe. It went off his skate. Wells picks it up, but he's upended by Chilton. Now it's Hurlbut, or Hart rather, feeding it in deep in the Canton zone as the buzzer sounds, and period number 1 ends with the Massena Red Raiders leading it by a score. Starting off, Wells, Canton Golden Bear leading scorer. He's got Greg Carville on the left side and John Collins on the right side. It's going to be Elliot Rohde playing 1 point, along with, I think that's Andy Furman. For Massena, the Bill McQuaig line. McQuaig, Mark DeRushy, and Chris Wiley. Tom Dion and Lee Frigo will be the starting defensive pairing. As we're just about set to drop the puck and get this second period going. Off the draw, it comes to DeRushy. DeRushy trying to feed it ahead. It's intercepted. It comes to the Massena blue line. DeRushy skates back and picks it up. Massena forwards also doing a real good job of back checking, coming back and helping out. Now it's back into the zone. Here's an opportunity for Wiley. He circles right and back. Centering pass goes to DeRushy, a little bit too hard, and it went free, and Canton has a 3-on-2. Here come the Golden Bears, breaking in Wells. Poke checked away. Good defensive play made by Tom Dion. Now Frigo has it. Long head man pass is intercepted by Furman. Poke checked away. It goes deep into the Canton zone. Mitchell has it, steers it behind the net. It comes to DeRushy in the corner. DeRushy trying to step by a check. Takes it right in front. Shoots, scores! Mark DeRushy. Massena leads 2-0. And that one hit the far post as he was coming in from the goaltender's left. And Mitchell cut off the angle on the left side as he hugged the post, but he didn't quite cut it off enough on the right side as it hit the post and went in. And Mark DeRushy gets the goal. I'll wait on the assist. Any guesses, Reg?
Well,
McQuaig, maybe?
McQuaig, possibly. I'm not sure who will get the assist on that goal.
We'll have to wait and see. So DeRushy gets a goal. Wiley gets the assist. Well, you were close. The wing.
Yeah.
Here comes Page across to Richards. Richards into the corner now, trying to center it. And it's picked up behind the net by Elliot Rohde. Rohde can't clear the zone. Peter McLean keeps it in. Feeding it through to Northrup. Page is playing the wing on this line in place of Tim Dowd, who's injured. Now Buffy Richards with it behind the net. Gets by a check. Here's Richards. Goes back to the point. McLean, he can't keep it in. Took a real weird pop. And McLean has to circle back to his own blue line. Moving it ahead. Over to Chilton. Chilton headman pass. Buffy Richards. Richards breaks. Gets by Wall. Oh, nice move. Richards all by himself. Shoots. Score! Buffy Richards. What a move. And Massena goes up 3-0. And Richards did that all by himself. I think McLean will pick up an assist, but boy, that was a nice move at the blue line.
He made a nice move right at just inside the blue line to beat the Canton defense, and then he went in all alone on Stu Mitchell. He shot high, beating Stu Mitchell high for the third goal of the night for Massena. And here early in the second period, the gates have opened up a little bit for Massena.
Dave Romeo's line out there now against the Leaf Hunt line. Hunt, Bill Bascom, and Kevin Fergal. Romeo out there with Hart. And here comes Bascom trying to cross the blue line. It's poke checked away by Castleman, who's out there for Massena playing D. Now they jam at it in the corner. Hurlbut trying to tie it up. It comes free back to the blue line. Kept in by Rohde. Now Hurlbut after it. He can't control. Bascom has it. He just dumps it around behind the net. Tom Dion for Massena comes up with it. Starts to move it ahead. Dion feeding it out to center ice. It's going to come all the way back to Elliot Rohde, who clears it back to Tommy Dion. Dion, headman to Romeo. Romeo passing through for Hurlbut, goes behind him. Offsides will be called on Massena. I think David just saw Hurlbut a little bit too late.
A little bit too late. In fact, he shot the puck behind him. I think the puck had been ahead of him. It might have been all right.
He would have been in, I think.
Right. On that Richards goal, Peter McLean got the one assist, and Rob Chilton got the other assist.
Okay.
But actually, most of that work was done by Buffy Richards.
I guess so. Real nice move. Right inside the blue line to get by the defenseman, Buffy Richards. And Buffy's, he's really played well this year, and he's had a lot of opportunities.
The goals just haven't come.
Well, that one came.
That one comes. A nice goal. He worked for it, too.
Now the puck in the Canton zone. They jam at it. McQuaig's line out there, and he's got the puck. Gets by a check. Here comes McQuaig. Right in front. He shoots. Short side save made by Mitchell. Wiley takes a swipe at it. McQuaig's got it again. Looking, goes to DeRushy. DeRushy, right in front. They shoot. Oh, what a save by Mitchell. McQuaig takes a swipe at. Oh, boy.
Wiley got robbed on that one. Wiley thought he had that one.
Ed Canton tries to break out. Here comes the headman to John Collins. Collins, poke checked away. He gets by, shoots short side, and the save is made by Murphy. As Collins got the shot off on Tommy Dion, Murphy made the save and held on, and probably his toughest save of the night.
That's his first real save.
Yeah.
Right there. First real save. We've got, 3 minutes elapsed in the second period, and that's the first real save that Dan Murphy has had.
Okay, we're going to see some new faces as Gerald Bassett comes out to center a line as he has not played yet tonight. It comes back to the point and out to center ice. Buffy Richards, head man for Bobby Page. Page out of the play by Rhodey. Now Page comes up with it. They jam at it in the corner. And the puck comes to the side of the net. Mitchell says, he covers up. As Rhodey, trying to clear it, fired it right on the side of the net. And Mitchell says enough of that. And we'll have a face-off in the Canton zone. 3-0 Massena with 11:55 left to play in period number 2. Buffy Richards out there with Northrup and Page. Face-off left side of Mitchell. Off the draw, they jam at it. It comes behind the net. After it there is Furman. Furman trying to move it up along the boards. Frigo steps in there and pokes it free. Furman again with it behind his own net. Furman starts out right side. Northrup gets a piece of it. Buffy Richards has it. Back to the blue line. The drop pass is poke-checked out to center ice. There's a foot race for it, and Frigo comes up with it. Frigo takes it in behind his own net. Circles for Richards. Buffy starts to move it. Ahead to Page. On his stick. Nice pass. Page headman. Oh, nice pass. He puts Northrup in. Right in front of Northrup. He shoots. Oh, he scores! And that was a heck of a pass by Bob Page to send Scott Northrup in on the left side.
Well, it was set up by Page, but also Northrup put himself in he skated well without the puck. He put himself in a good position. He was ready to catch the puck. Page led him with the puck. He went in all alone on the left, went right and shot it underneath Stu Mitchell. Really a nice goal by Massena.
Trying to think who got the second assist. Frigo, maybe. No, Richards. That's right. Buffy. Yeah. Well, off the face-off, the puck back in the Canton zone again. It comes free to Romeo. He can't control it, and it's back to center ice as the Golden Bears try to regroup here. 4-0 Massena. Here's a shot blocked by Peter McLean. The puck comes behind the net to Tommy Dion. Dion gets by a check. The puck comes free in the face-off circle. Now back to the point. Here's a shot right on, and Murphy makes the save. We have a whistle. We're going to have a penalty or what? Apparently we are, and it's going to go against Massena. It's going to be an interference call, and that's going to be Matt Hart picking up the interference. Mr. Patterson, thank you. So Canton will go on the power play. Thanks for the coffee, sir. You're a good man. So Canton will go on the power play. Wells is out there. Buffy Richards is going to try to kill it. Bounces it out to center ice. Offsides will be called as Canton brought it right back in. And the faceoff will move outside. 1:26 left in the Canton power play. 10:47 left in the second period. The Raiders, after leading 1-0 coming in, have ballooned that lead to 4-0 with 3 quick goals here early in the second period.
In a matter of about 2 minutes, Massena scored those 3 goals.
So now a little bit of motion before the faceoff. They finally drop the puck, and it comes to Northrup. Northrup trying to get by a check. He breaks in, right side, circles behind the net. He still got it. Northrup in the corner now says, let's tie it up, and he does. Nice play by Scott Northrup.
Good play as Northrup from down that left side really couldn't get in front to get his shot, so he elected to go around the net, went over in the far corner, where the Canton defenseman caught up with him, but Northrup decided, let's tie this puck up, let's have the face-off in the Canton end, which they've done.
Off the draw, the puck in the Canton zone, picked up finally, and they get it out to center ice. It comes to Carville. Carville taken out of the play. The puck comes free. Following it up is Duskus. Duskus drops it. Here's Wells. He fired it wide. Puck whistles all the way around to the other side. That's Furman. Furman with a puck now to Duskus. Duskus winds. Oh, his shot knocked down by Richards. Ouch. And the puck in behind the net. Tommy Dion has it. Dion poke checked away. They jam at it. Comes right in front. Wells short side shot. The rebound. And where is it? It's underneath, apparently. Murphy?
Underneath Murphy, I believe.
And also the net is off its moorings.
Yep, the net came loose again, but I think Murphy had the same back.
Yep,
He's sitting on the puck. There, there it is. Everybody looking for that puck. Where's the puck? Where's the puck? Danny Murphy's sitting on it.
So whether or not the net had come off didn't really matter that time, as Murphy had it underneath him.
No way were they going to get that one.
42 seconds left in the Canton power play. And we have 10:03 left in the second period. Massena up by a 4-0 score. DeRushy and McQuaig come out now. McQuaig will take the face-off. And Chilton coming out to play defense. Paul Patterson threatening to unhook us. Wouldn't be very nice of him, would it? Tommy Dion now ties it up in the corner. We'll face it off again. He and Carville going after it. 36 seconds left in the Canton man advantage. 9:57 second period. 4-0 Massena. Off the draw, it comes to Dion behind the net. Jamming it around the boards, out to center ice. In fact, it got by everybody. Slides deep in the Canton zone. Back to pick it up is Andy Furman. Furman, he is upended by DeRushy. DeRushy comes up with a puck, trying to feed it to McQuaig. The backhander hits the side of the net. McQuaig jamming for it again, and it's poke checked away, and Carville comes up with it. Carville trying to feed it. Across to Collins. Collins dumps it deep into Massena territory. Took a funny bounce, but coming up with it is Tommy Dion. Headman back to the point. They jam at it. Dion again starts it. Trying to feed it ahead. The penalty is up. It comes to McQuaig. McQuaig across the blue line. Right in front. Short side shot. Score! And it's 5-0. Not a shorthanded goal because Massena had just got their man back, but a goal nonetheless. And he picked this point.
Well, he picked it up, but he was Hart. In other words, he almost faked the pass over to Hart. Hart had come out of the penalty box. Went in like on a 2-on-1.
Now, let me ask you something. Had he passed to Hart, would they have whistled it dead?
No, because he came out when the puck was in the center zone.
Okay.
Gary, right? The puck was in the middle. When Hart came out, it was legal for him to touch the puck.
Okay. Well, he used him as a decoy is what he did. Went in all by himself and scored the goal. It's 5-0 Massena. Now the shot from center ice by Canton. Murphy makes the save, leaves it for Castleman. Castleman's pass is intercepted. He's upended on the play. Romeo comes back to help out. Starts out for Massena. Here comes David Romeo, breaking down the ice, gets by a check, feeding it ahead. Here's Romeo across the blue line. I think Hart was offside on the left side, and they'll face it off again.
They gave that assist to Tommy Dion, who I think had passed it up from his own zone to neutral ice right in the middle. I tell you, McQuaig had a beautiful shot. He picked that upper corner as well as anybody I've seen do it, Jerry.
That's his second goal of the evening. So McQuaig having a good game here for Massena. The entire team having a pretty good game so far. Raiders have played well. Here comes Massena's Hart now, stepping across the blue line. He gets by, the puck doesn't. Back out to center ice. Chilton, long headman pass. Comes up in front of the Canton bench. They try to dump it in. Where is it? Oh, that's Castleman, excuse me. And the puck whistles wide into the corner. Back to the blue line. It's kept in there. Chilton steps in there now. In behind his own net, trying to make his moves. Moves out now left side. Lost it to center ice. He's got Romeo, but it's intercepted. Just didn't have enough moxie on it. Here comes Chilton now stepping by one. And the puck goes across the blue line. Offsides will be called on Massena. So we're down to 8:06 here left in the second period. Massena up by a 5-0 score. So let's see here. Buffy Richards line back out there. Richards, Northrup, and Bob Page, who is playing in place of the injured Tim Dowd. Off the face-off, the puck at center ice. Northrup has it poke checked away. Back comes the Canton Golden Bears. Kevin Fergal, he's going to get a shot off. He fired it wide. Now I think Murphy got a piece of that. So it may not have been wide after all. And out to center ice it goes. Here's Richards. Buffy breaks in on the left wing side. He stops. Waits. Trying to feed it through to Page. It's poke check back to center ice. And it's going to go all the way in. Murphy, he lets it go behind the net. Frigo comes up with it. Frigo stepped by a check, and the Canton defender went into the boards. Now the puck back to the blue line, kept in by the Golden Bears. McLean with it. Feeding it through. Northrup. Northrup. Trying to kick it ahead. He does. Buffy Richards, where'd it go? Up into the bench. And with 7:16, about halfway through the hockey game, left to play in the second period, 5-0, Massena on top.
Massena finally putting the puck in the net here in the second period. They have not had that many, as many shots as they did in the first period on Stu Mitchell, but they found the opening.
Yeah, they've been real good shots.
Yeah, they've been good shots. Right, really, you couldn't really fault Stu Mitchell on those shots. Excellent goals.
They jam at it. The puck's still in the Massena zone. It goes deep in the corner now as they fight for it. Tommy Dion starts to move it out, right side. Dion being bothered, trying to feed it ahead. Canton steals an opportunity. Carville, nice save by Murphy. They center it back to the blue line. Here's another shot. It goes into the corner. Good opportunity for Canton as Carville had it all by himself. And Canton's offsides. I'll tell you something. That was a nice save by Danny Murphy.
Well, you know, Danny, he came out to cut the angle down. he didn't give him really anything to shoot at. I'll tell you, Murphy's a big boy. He got to be about 6 foot anyway, and he covers a lot in net. But that time, really, there was nothing to shoot at as Carvel came in. But Murphy came out, cut down the angle, made a nice save.
Bill McQuaig's line out there for Massena, and it'll be Chris Wells for Canton. Off the draw, Tommy Dion with it, feeding it ahead. Comes to the red line. They jam at it. Hard check thrown by Wiley. Now McQuaig with it. Feeds to DeRushy. DeRushy has it poke checked away. It's bouncing around at center ice. Nobody can find the handle. Now finally Carvel picks it up, takes it across the blue line. He is tied up on the play. The puck comes to McQuaig. He can't control. Back to the point it goes. Here's a shot. The save made. And Murphy trying to fall on top of it. The puck bounces into the corner. And it comes free. And Wiley comes in after it. He throws a check. They tie it up. And we're going to have a face-off. As Massena a little bit sloppy in their own end that time. And tell you, it almost cost them.
Well, they're sort of standing around watching the play develop. And all of a sudden, Canton, I think it's got a little bit, actually, they got a little more fire in them this period, I thought, than they did the first period, although Massena scored the first goal. But really, I think Canton's playing a little bit better this period. That time, that first line just sort of stood around and watched the play.
David Romeo's line out there. Off the draw, the puck back to the point. Here's a shot. Knocked down, it bounces right on. Murphy takes a swipe at it. They jam at it. Where is it?
Just underneath Murphy again, I think.
Oh, boy. As Canton putting some pressure on right now. Massena having trouble clearing their own zone, but Murphy...
He's sitting on the puck. He's got that down pat, hasn't he? How to sit on that puck.
He's risen to the occasion, as
right.
they say. Buffy Richards' line coming back out. Short shift for that third line. 6:07 left to go, second period. 5-0. Massena Red Raider hockey on 1340 WMSA. Off the faceoff, they jam at it. Back to the blue line it comes, kept in there by the Golden Bears. Now picking it up is Robbie Chilton. Chilton feeding it ahead, and Massena clears the zone. Northrup breaking down the right wing side, takes it in. Northrup, centering pass, hits the side of the net. Mitchell gets a stick on it. It comes free behind. Here's Bobby Page. Page jamming for it. He's still got it. Now it's taken away from him. They short side. It goes in the net. And I don't know who hit that. Bobby Richards, I think, or was that Page?
You talk about some effort. I'll tell you one thing with Bobby Page. They don't push him out of there. He just kept hacking away at that puck, and he didn't allow himself to be pushed out of the way, Jerry. I think he got the goal.
I don't know. It's either him or Richards.
Well, Richards is right in there also.
But Massena goes up 6-0. Richards, okay. Page will have to get an assist. I'll tell you, since the holidays, Bobby Page has played good hockey. Here comes Massena into the zone. Page after it again. He fires it deep in the corner. Northrup steps in, trying to pick it up. We're getting some scoring out of the other lines tonight. Did you notice that, Reg?
Right. Well, I said, they keep playing, well, which they have. The goals have got to come, and they certainly are tonight. But you got to give that the whole goal to Bobby Page. He made that play. He had, 2 men on him trying to push him out of there, and he just hung on the puck. Finally, he pushed it out in front, and Buffy Richards is there and slammed it home. So it'll be Richards from Page.
McQuaig's line out there now. Lee Hunt. No, now Canton's going to make a change as they're going to send the Wells line out there. Wells, Carvel, and Collins. Face off in the Canton zone, right side of Stu Mitchell. 6-0, Massena leading here. 5:27 left to go in the period. Off the face-off, McQuaig gets a shot off. It's a weak shot, and the save is made into the corner. Northrup, or I should say DeRushy. DeRushy has it, now to McQuaig. McQuaig goes back to Dion at the point. He winds his shot. The save made by Mitchell up into the wall. We'll face it off again in the Canton zone. 5:14 left to play. Period number 2. 6-0 for the Red Raiders. They have scored 5 times here in the second period, Reg, after just getting 1 in the first period. Probably more shots on net. We'll see. Off the face, the puck in the corner. Greg Carvel with it for Canton. Starts to move it out, center ice. It comes to Dion. Dion ahead to McQuaig. McQuaig steps across the blue line. Drop pass to Rushy. He shoots. That was wide. Mitchell got a stick on it. Now Dion pinches in. Poke checked away. Gets it back again. Looking to pass. Drops it through. It goes to McQuaig. McQuaig trying to get it back to Dion. It's poke checked away from him. Dion has to come back in his own zone. Dion out to center ice. Here comes McQuaig, and McQuaig taken out of the play. The puck slides in the Canton zone. Rhodey picks it up, trying to get it out. He can't. McQuaig keeps it in. Here's McQuaig with it, looking to center it. He's still got it. Frigo pinches in and slides out to center ice. Tommy Dion with it. Dion to an open wing. McQuaig steps in there, picks it up again across the blue line. Here's McQuaig. Oh, nice pass to Rushy. Oh, he tries to feed Wiley. The puck comes free right in front. They jam at it. Rushy shoots, fires it wide. Now the puck into the corner. Back to the blue line. Frigo bounces it through. Derushi comes up with it behind the net. Now it's poked away from him. Whistles around the boards. Massena putting the pressure on now. Coming up with it is Dion. He can't control it. Taken away from him. They still can't clear the zone. Finally, Canton does. McGirt gets it out. Now feeding it ahead for Collins. Collins just centers it. And Dion comes up with it in the Massena zone. Starts right back for the Raiders. Here comes Dion trying to feed Hart. That's going to be an icing call on Massena. Hart didn't even see that one coming. It went right by him and deep for icing. With 3:46 left to go in the second period, Massena with a 6-0 lead. You'll have some stats to check after this period, Reg.
You know, the stats are deceiving. Mitchell will not have anywhere near the saves that he had in the first period. Danny Murphy, much, a lot more saves in the second period, yet Massena picked up 5 goals.
And sometimes the score can be misleading. Leaf Hunt's line out there now. And for Massena, David Romeo's line. Chilton with it. He has it poke checked away. He comes back and picks it up himself. Romeo running a little interference on the play. Feeding it around for Kenny Hurlbut. Hurlbut slides it to center ice. Romeo trying to come up with it. Now Hurlbut does. They jam at it right in front of the net. It's back into the Massena zone. Robbie Chilton with it. Tied up behind the net. Chilton, a big kid. He gets right back up again. Trying to slide it through. They jam at it and tie it up. And with 3:18, we'll have a face-off in the Massena zone. Right side of goaltender Dan Murphy. And we're going to have another line change from Massena. Buffy Richards' line comes back out there for the Raiders. 6-0, Massena leading. 3:18 left to go in the second period. Leith Hunt will take the face-off for Canton. Hunt out there with Bascom and Fergal. Off the draw. Puck comes to Robbie Chilton behind his own net. Chilton headmans it. It goes back to the point. Here's a shot. Murphy makes the save. The puck goes free into the corner. Chilton picks it up again, trying to feed it up to Buffy Richards. Richards, headman pass for Northrup. Northrup gets by his man, coming in all by himself. He shoots. Oh, he fired it wide. Oh, big chance for Northrup as he was looking for goal number 2. Now Richards to Northrup again. He fakes the shot, steps by the check. Here's Northrup trying to slide it through. He's upended, gets it back again, shoots, and he fired it just high. Chilton now dumps it. It goes to Bobby Page. Page dumps behind the net to Richards, and the pass is intercepted by Bascom. He tries to clear the zone. He does, and the puck slides back into the Massena zone. Castleman there for the Raiders to clear it back to center ice. That's going to go right on, and Mitchell has to make the save. 2.5 left to play here in the period. I'll tell you, this second line has done some passing tonight, haven't they, Reg?
Yeah, they played well.
Here's a shot right on. The puck bouncing around as that shot taken by Frigo, and Bob Page was right there waiting for a rebound, but it didn't come as Mitchell fell on top of it.
I think Scotty North is going to be talking to himself. He went in, again, all alone. He made the right deke. He sort of fake left, went right. He had a half a net to shoot at. He shot just wide.
One of those things. The McQuaig line back out there for Massena. I am assuming that Wells line out there for Canton. Frigo gets the puck now, just dumps it to an open wing. Into the corner it goes, Wiley after it. He overskates, but McQuaig comes in and picks it up. Here's McQuaig. He's still got it. Sliding back. McQuaig in the slot. He's got it. Now he can't get the shot off, so he goes back to the point. McLean trying to get it back to McQuaig. It's kicked to center ice by Rhodey. Now back comes Massena again as they try to regroup. They jam at it. The puck slides into the zone. Peter McLean. Long headman pass for Chris Wiley to McQuaig. McQuaig going to try to split the defense. Here's McQuaig, and he can't get the shot off as he is taken out of the play. The puck comes free behind the net. I think there was going to be a penalty on that one as McQuaig was pretty well, wait a minute. No, I guess not. It's just the net's off.
I guess the net came loose through. The hand went up. I thought they were going to get called a penalty also as McQuaig did split the defenseman going in on goalie Stu Mitchell, but there was no penalty call. Face-off now in the Canton zone. 1:35 to go. 6-0 Massena.
And we're going to see Chad Valence's line out there. Valence out there with Ransom and Converse. Off the face-off. Oh, the shot just wide. And the puck comes free. Picked up there by Converse. Converse passes it in the slot. Ransom can't get the shot off. It comes back to the blue line and out to center ice. Here come the Golden Bears as they try to move it in. It's Darren Abbott. He loses to Tommy Dion. Dion steps by one check, circles in his own zone. Here's Tommy Dion right in front of the net, trying to feed it out, and he gets it out to center ice. Where's the puck? Nobody wants it. Finally coming back for it is Converse. Headman pass goes to Ransom across the blue line. Ransom trying to get by a check. He has it behind the net. He still got it. Now it's finally taken away from him by Rhodey. And we have a whistle. And we'll have a face-off with 53 seconds left to go in period number 2. 6-0, Massena leading here at the arena. Gerald Bassett will be out there for the face-off. Bassett, Colburn, and Steve Glasgow for Canton. Castleman has it for Massena. He's playing defense with Dion. Castleman loses it. It comes to Glasgow trying to center it. It slides all the way back to the blue line and out to center ice. Canton controlling. They just dump it in again. Goes around behind the net. Into the corner. They jam at it. Back to the blue line. Intercepted there by Ronnie Converse. Converse feeding it ahead. It goes to Valance. Valance can't control. We're down to 20 seconds. Now out to center ice. Here come the Golden Bears again as they move it ahead and dump it in the Massena zone. Castleman back there for the Raiders. Steps by a check. Feeding it ahead. It goes to Chad Valance. Valance across the blue line. His drop pass meant for Ransom as the period ends. And the Massena Red Raiders go into the locker room with a 6-0 lead. Coming by Massena goaltender Dan
nice
Murphy.
Nice by the Massena goaltender as Massena coughed that puck. The Massena defense coughed that puck up early here in the third period. That pass went right on the stick of the brown-shirted Canton Golden Bears. He took the shot, and Danny Murphy, the man in the spot, made a big save.
Bill McQuaig will take the face-off. Off the draw it comes to Dion. Clearing it around the boards for Chris Wiley. Goes back to the point. Rhodey keeps it in. Now back Dion again for Massena. And he's moving it up along the boards. Dion trying to feed it ahead. Carville takes it, sends it right in front. And the puck slides side of the net. And it's picked up there by Chad Valance. And I guess Valance is the man who's taking DeRushy's place. And what do we have here? Matching minors.
There's a penalty coming up. The slash call.
As coming off will be John Collins for Canton and Tom Dion for Massena. Matching minors here in the third period. We played 35 seconds. And so we have matching minors. 4-on-4 plus the goaltenders. McQuaig stays out there along with Wiley, Castleman, and Robbie Chilton. Off the face-off it comes to Chilton. Chilton now just feeds it ahead to McQuaig. McQuaig slides it in, and it's stopped side of the net by goaltender Kenyon. Chris Kenyon playing net for Canton. Now McQuaig with it. Cross-ice pass goes to Robbie Chilton. Chilton starts to move it through, trying to dump it. It's taken away from him, and back comes Chris Wells. Wells across the blue line. He stops, winds the shot, and the save made by Danny Murphy. Now Robbie Chilton with it behind the net. Chilton and Wells go after it. Chilton comes up with it. Now Wells takes it away from him. They jam at it, and the puck goes into the corner. Wiley after it. Wiley moving it up along the boards, and coming up with it there is Greg Carville. Carville winds his shot. He fired it wide. The rebound hits the side of the net, and it's underneath Murphy for a moment. Now it's back to Chilton, and Chilton feeds it to center ice. Now Wiley trying to come up with it. McQuaig gets a piece of it over to Wiley. Wiley upended on the play. He gets back up, takes the puck, feeds it to the blue line. It comes to Carville, who dumps it in the Massena zone. Back there is Castleman for the Raiders. Headman pass goes to Buffy Richards, but it gets by him all the way on ice. And Chris Kenyon. Now Richards picks it up, circles, into the corner it goes. Richards, he's still got the puck, moves it to Northrup. Northrup at the blue line, now feeding it to McLean. His shot just wide. All the way back to the point to Frigo. Frigo feeding it to McLean. McLean, backhander, right on. Kenyon makes the save. They jam at it, and I guess the puck went in the net.
It went.
Is that a goal?
I think it's good.
I think Buffy Richards is going to get credit. If he does, it's a hat trick.
The red light went on, the puck went in. I think after the puck went in, the net moved. I think that's maybe what Canton's hollering about, the net move. But Mel Tomalty really...
He was right on top of it.
He was right on the top of it. I'll give Mel credit. He's in the right place at the right time as a referee. He was right along that line, and he said, yes, that goal counted. Massena picks up their 7th goal of the night.
It is Buffy Richards with a hat trick, so Buffy has had quite an evening here as Richards picks up the goal, and it's 7-0 Massena. 12:54 left to play in the hockey game. Yep, Buffy Richards. McLean and Frigo pick up the assist. Now Buffy Richards with a puck behind the net. Back to the point it goes. McLean tries to get dumping it into the corner. Back to pick it up there. Canton Golden Bears. We're going to have a change on Canton's. Oh. Bob Page did get that goal, Reg.
Okay,
you were right.
We were right on that one.
Okay.
All right.
So Bob Page does get the goal. So I guess Buffy Richards doesn't have a hat trick. He's got 2 goals. So anyway, we're still playing here. It comes back to the point. Duskus, his shot is knocked down, and out to center ice it goes. Mike McGurk has it. Over to Duskus, who dumps it deep into the Massena zone again. About 12 minutes left to play here. Now Massena breaking out. Buffy Richards ahead to Northrup. Northrup steps across the line, breaking in right side, and he is upended on the play by Duskus, and the puck comes free. 7-0, Massena leading. We're in the 3rd period. Canton controlling the play now as they get it out to center ice. Buffy Richards picks it up. Ahead to Northrup. Northrup just dumps it, and Massena will make a line change. As we're going to have, let's see here, the David Romeo line. Now here come the Golden Bears breaking out of the zone again. Across the blue line, they just dump it into the corner. Back there's Castleman. Castleman trying to sweep it out of there. It comes deep into the corner again. Tommy Dion with it. Dion steps by a check, trying to come up with it. It goes around the boards. Over to Castleman. Castleman slides it ahead, follows it, and it's out to center ice once more. The Golden Bears get it back to the Massena blue line. Tommy Dion right there from Massena. Over to Castleman. Out to Hurlbut. Hurlbut across the red line, gets by a check, takes it in the zone. Trying to feed it through. He's upended on the play. The puck comes free, and back come the Canton Golden Bears. As Bill Bascom just lofts it high into the wall.
High over the glass. He let that go just about the blue line. A little backhand, but that went high, right out of the rink.
Wasn't a little backhand.
No,
it was a big backhand.
Big backhand.
Had field goal range.
Right. We got 10:39 to go in the 3rd period. Messina on top, 7-0.
It's going to be the Chris Wells line out there now for Canton. Wells out there with Greg Carville and John Collins off the face-off. Romeo's line still out there. It comes deep into the Massena zone. Dion back there for the Raiders. In behind his net. He and Wells go together. The puck squirts free. It's in the back of the cage. And the puck, or I should say the cage, comes off its moorings as David Romeo was skating it out of trouble. And so, well, they have the magnets only at one end. I see pipes in down at that end.
They don't have magnets as such. They've got little small blocks.
Oh, is that how it works?
On there, right. And they only sit in there possibly an inch or so. So there's not much really holding them.
Oh, okay.
In there. The professional teams use magnets. Mr. Patterson does not have magnets.
I thought they had it here for some reason.
No.
Off the face-off. Let's see, that was Castleman, rather. Feeding it ahead to the Canton blue line. Wells comes up with it. Dumps it for John Collins. Collins loses to Tom Dion. We have a whistle. We're going to have a penalty. I think we're going to have a penalty on Massena.
Penalty Massena. Let's see. The Castleman going off, I believe.
Yeah, Castleman will go off for a cross check. And Canton will go on the power play. 10-10 left to play in the 3rd period. Massena leading at 7-0. Massena a little undermanned in this 3rd period as Mark DeRuschi is out. He went home, has a little bit of the flu, and of course they want him well for Saturday. And Tim Dowd also picked up an injury. I don't know that it's a serious injury. He hurt his tailbone. And so that's the situation there. Carville has the puck now. Back to the point. Here's a shot. Murphy steers it into the corner. It may have been a little bit wide. Puck picked up by Carville again. He tries the wraparound. Where's the puck? Behind the net. Whistle. And I don't know why they blew the whistle.
I'm not sure what happened on that. Mills.
The puck or the net again.
I think the puck got stuck right underneath the net. And that right in the back of the net.
So 1:13 left to play here in the power play. Off the face-off, it comes to Collins. He drops it back to the point for Furman. Furman over on the other side. It jumps right in front. Murphy made a good save as that puck changed direction. The puck comes free, comes to Northrup, and he starts out for Massena. Northrup trying to race by Furman. He gets by him. Here comes Northrup on the right side, right in front. Short side shot, the save made by Chris Kenyon. Northrup didn't really have much to shoot at. Now here comes Collins again for Canton. He's just going to dump it into the Massena zone. 45 seconds left in the power play. Frigo picks it up. And they tied up behind the net. Now the puck slides free. It's picked up by Collins again. Here's Collins, his shot. It doesn't get through the rebound, and that one doesn't get through either. And Northrup takes to center ice. Now Canton trying to get something going here. They control the puck. Northrup intercepts the pass and leaves it for Richards, who just dumps it deep into the Canton zone as Massena is going to make some changes. Here comes Andy Furman with a puck. He starts to move it out. 10 seconds left in the Canton power play. Furman taken out of the play. The puck slides to the Massena blue line. Bill McQuaig. McQuaig feeding it to Robbie Chilton, and he just dumps it down the ice, and it's stopped by goaltender Chris Kenyon. Now McQuaig steals it behind the net. Here comes Bill McQuaig looking. Drops it back to the point. Chilton tried to get a shot off. He was off balance. It goes into the corner. McQuaig again. McQuaig moving it up along the boards, taken away from him. And the puck comes out to center ice. Controlled there by Colburn. Colburn loses it. It comes to Collins. Collins dumps it back into the Massena zone. Picked up there by the Raiders. They just get it back to center ice. They jam at it. It comes to McGurk. McGurk to Colburn. His pass intercepted. And finally, McQuaig picks it up. A little bit sloppy in this third period. Now McQuaig feeding it ahead. And that is Willie Ransom. Ransom behind the net, falls on top of it, and manages to direct it to McQuaig. Here's McQuaig stepping through the slot. McQuaig, the backhander, goes high over the net on a deflection. Now the puck cleared down the ice, out to center ice. They're going to wave it off because Chilton didn't play it and may have been able to. And the puck comes behind the net. Peter McLean with it. He slides it to the blue line. Kept in at the point by Billy Duskus. Duskus winds. His shot goes wide. And it comes in behind the net. They jam at it. And finally, it's picked up by Valance. We're going to have a whistle, and there's going to be a hooking call. And I think that's going to go against Canton this time, as Leaf. Oh, wait a minute.
No, I'm not sure. I think Chilton. He called Chilton, I believe, on that.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't sure either. He pointed over there. I wasn't sure who he.
So it's Chilton that
Chilton
gets the
going
game.
off from Massena.
And so another power play for Canton. We're about halfway through this third period. Been an interesting third period, hasn't it, Reg?
It has.
Not exactly textbook hockey. Let's see here. Hart is out there, and Romeo, as they try to kill it off the face-off, it comes to Hart, and he sends it down the ice. In fact, it's right on, and Kenyon has to make a stop. Matt Hart after it. He's upended on the play. It comes to Greg Carville. Carville's headman gets by everybody, and it's picked up by Dion, who dumps it back into the Canton zone. Now the Golden Bears start to move it out again. But it's controlled by Massena, back into their own zone. Duskus trying to clear it. Ahead it goes, out to center ice, now deep into the Massena zone, Rohde. And back to pick it up is Castleman for the Raiders. Castleman is tied up by Rohde, and they jam at it. And we're going to have a face-off in the Massena zone. 6:50 left to play here, 54 seconds in the Massena penalty, 7-0, Massena leading. Now we're going to have some changes. Northrup and Richards come out to kill off the penalty. Chris Wells will take the face-off for Canton against Buffy Richards. Puck is dropped, controlled by Northrup, and he fires it down the ice. Stopped by Kenyon. Northrup goes in after it, and he comes up with a puck. A lot of hustle there by Scott Northrup, looking to tie it up. Wells, no, Northrup still got it, and he does tie it up. Nice job by Scott Northrup.
There's a lot of effort right there, as Northrup actually beat the Canton man to the puck in the Canton's end, finally went over in the corner, and then Northrup wisely just tied up that puck as Massena is killing a penalty. Face-off just out the Canton, outside Canton blue line. Massena leads 7-0.
Off the draw, Castleman has it, and he feeds it deep into the Canton zone. Back there to try to pick it up is Elliot Rohde. Rohde to Duskus. He starts to move it ahead. Here's Duskus across the blue line. Feeding it ahead for Bascom. His pass intercepted by Northrup, and right back it goes into the Canton zone. Again, Scott Northrup, real good penalty killing job. Now the puck hits the back of the net, but coming back to pick it up is Chris Wells. Wells starts out right side. He can motor, but it's poke checked away. Northrup again, and he's going to loft it back into the Canton zone. Duskus, headman pass intercepted. Comes back to the Canton blue line. Rhodey picks it up. Massena's got their man back. Stepping across the line is Collins. Collins, short side shot. He fired it wide. The puck whistles all the way back out to center ice. Now it's picked up there by Steve Glasgow. He loses it. Northrup upended to the blue line. It's going to be a penalty. Northrup had quite a shift that time, didn't he?
He certainly did. He did all you could ask of a penalty killer, and then
he drew a penalty.
Besides, as he did have a sort of a semi breakaway, and Bissett of Canton tripped him as he was going in. So Massena will go on the power play.
So now Mike Schoen comes in the nets for Massena. So Schoen will get his chance, although there's no injury or anything, so he doesn't get warmed up. Face-off will be in the Canton zone. So Schoen comes in. This, I believe, will be his first appearance this year, isn't it?
First appearance for Mike Schoen.
The face-off. Puck comes back to Dion. Dion can't control, and here comes Canton to dump it. And he's going to get a shot from deep, but he takes it anyway, leaves it behind the net, and gets a big cheer from the crowd. So now here comes Buffy Richards, has it poke checked away. Tom Dion is there, gets it out to center ice. To Chris Wiley. Wiley breaking down the left wing side. Into the corner it goes. Wiley being checked. And the puck, still they jam it in the corner. Trying to come up with it, and finally it's controlled by the Golden Bears. They get it out to center ice. Buffy Richards drops it for Tommy Dion. Dion just feeds it into the corner. Now coming back for it again is TJ Frank. Frank loses it. Here's Bill McQuaig now. McQuaig trying to center it. His pass intercepted. It comes out to center ice. Buffy Richards going after it. Richards behind his own net for Massena. Starts to move it out. Headman pass intercepted. Now poke checked ahead. Canton has an opportunity. They get the shot off, and Schoen makes the save. Not a real hard shot, but nevertheless it was a shot. Schoen made a good save. Now here comes Tom Dion for Massena. Dion gets by one, takes it into the corner, trying to center it, gets it back again, drops it back to the point. Buffy Richards is there for Massena. He winds, his shot, save. The rebound, poked just wide by McQuaig. McQuaig has the net, tries the wraparound, jams at it again. Wiley jams at it, they jam for it, another shot, just high over the net. Massena did everything but score that time. Had about 3 or 4 shots on Chris Kenyon, but he stood his ground. 4 minutes even left to play. Now it's Richards with a puck. Back to the point, or I should say Richards has it at the point. That was Wiley. Now to Dion as Massena regroups again, feeds it in. The penalty is up. We're back to full strength. 7-0, Massena leading here in the third period. Now the Golden Bears trying to get something going here. It slides into the Massena zone. Lee Frigo back for it. Too many men on the ice?
I think so. Referee Mel Tonelly over there and said, hey, got too many men on the ice. There's going to be a penalty here with 3:35 to go. Massena leads 7-0. Penalty against Massena for too many men on the ice.
That's the case. Let's see here. Hurlbut's going to serve it, I guess. Yeah, just see Mel pointing at Stan Moore.
Yeah.
He is definitely a colorful official, that Mel Tomelty. So too many men on the ice is the call. So Canton on the power play. They try to break the shutout. Mike Schoen in the cage. Off the face-off, the puck controlled. Here's McGurk trying to feed it into the corner. Back it goes to Wells. Wells has it poke checked away. McGurk keeps it in. Here's McGurk to Wells. Wells the shot, the save made. Romeo gets the rebound. We have a whistle, and we're going to have a hooking call, and it's going to go against Frigo of Massena.
So Massena will have 2 men in the box. That was a good shot by Canton. Good save by Mike Schoen in the net for Massena. So Massena now will be 2 men down.
So Canton with a golden opportunity to break the shutout here, Reg. As Tom Dion steps across, along with Robbie Chilton and Bill McQuaig. Canton with the Chris Wells line out there off the faceoff. Here's a shot, bouncing right on. Schoen leaves it behind the net. And we had a whistle. No, they're still jamming at it. I thought I heard a whistle, but now we do. And they tied up behind the net. 3:03 left to play in the third period. 58 seconds in the first Massena penalty, the too many men penalty, and 1:21 in Frigo's hooking call.
All right, Canton's going to get in the scoreboard. I think they got a new one now, Jerry.
I would think so. Off the draw, the puck comes back to Robbie Chilton. Chilton looking to tie it up, and he does behind the net, and we'll face it off again.
Well, Rob Chilton is about 6'2" out there, and if he decides he wants to tie up that puck, I don't think anybody's going to move him out of there. So face off to the left of goalie Mike Schoen, the net for Massena.
Off the draw, it comes to Robbie Chilton, looking to send it out. He can't. Now he poke checks it back to the blue line. McGurk looking to move it in. He keeps it in. Here's McGurk feeding it through Wells. Wells in the face-off circle. His shot knocked down by Tommy Dion. He finds the hole and dumps it down the ice. 30 seconds left to play in the first penalty. 2.5 in the game. Puck comes to Dion again. Dion drops it. Chilton. Chilton ahead to the Canton blue line. Now McQuaig gets a piece of it. Finally, Duskus picks it up for the Golden Bears. Across the blue line. Duskus into the slot. McQuaig takes a jam at it, gets it back out to center ice. 8 seconds left in the first Massena penalty. McGurk feeding it ahead. Dion steps in there, picks it up. Here comes Tommy Dion across the blue line. Here's Dion. He stops trying to center it. Massena gets a man back. And here comes Canton trying to get it out to center ice. Greg Carville with it. His headman pass intercepted by Hurlbut. Hurlbut, oh, he's 1-on-4, and he's taken out of the play. There's going to be a penalty on Canton.
Right.
And that'll even things up with 1:51 left to play here in the third period. Massena leading at 7-0. They've been in control since early in the second period. Actually, they were in control in the first period, although it was 1-0 after the first. And finally, let's see here. They're going to call Duskus.
No, I think McGurk, isn't it?
No, it's Duskus.
Duskus? Okay, 20. I thought it was 2. All right.
Duskus for the penalty. And now, in 8 seconds, Massena will be on the power play. Richards, a blast from the blue line. It's blocked. Northrop takes a swing at it. That's blocked. And Canton dumps it down the ice. Says, yeah, that Massena was back.
Massena's on a power play.
That's right. Now the Raiders, McLean moves it ahead. Feeding it for Northrop. He's upended on the play. Comes to McLean. McLean stepping by a check. He comes into the zone. It's poke check back to center ice. Picking it up is Bascom. He scores!
Ooh, that came from what? Just inside the red line?
Yeah.
Just inside the red line. He let that shot go. So Massena does not get the shutout. Canton Golden Bears go on the scoreboard. It is now Massena 7, Canton 1, 1:22 to go in the game.
A shot from center ice breaks the shutout with Massena on the power play. Bascom gets the goal. Unassisted. A shorthanded goal. So Bascom gets the goal. One of the stranger ones we've seen this year, Reg.
Right.
Down to about just over a minute to play. Massena's still on the power play, of course. They bring it out to center ice. Here comes Buffy Richards stepping across the blue line. Drop pass. Goes to Northrop. Northrop to Richards in behind the net. Now we're at 1 minute left to play. Richards taken out of the play. Northrop steps in. Feeds it back to Richards. Richards, side of the net. Backhand shot short side. The save made. Richards gets it back again. Drops it to Castleman. Castleman going back to Richards. Richards back to Castleman. He winds. His shot deflected right on. It goes in the net.
Nice deflection by Scotty Northrop. Oh. You know, I see them in practice. They practice that, taking the shot from the point. The winger gets in front of the net, deflected. This time he deflected it right up over the goalie. I think it might have hit even the top crossbar.
I think so.
Massena 8, Canton 1.
42 seconds left to play in the hockey game. So Northrop will get a goal. That's his second goal of the night. Now the puck into the Massena zone. Comes behind the net. They jam at it. Finally, it's picked up by Converse. Converse across the blue line. Drop pass goes to Ransom. And he was across and offside with 22 seconds left to play in the third period. So Scott Northrup, again, that second line really having quite a game.
They really are. They're finally getting their due. I think I said time and time again, they played well. The goals didn't come, but tonight they're coming.
That's right. Yeah, Richards has 2 goals and 3 assists. Northrup's got a couple of goals.
Yep.
So Page, a goal and an assist.
Yep.
And that goal we thought Richards got, they changed it. Here comes Converse, drops for Valance. Valance to Converse right in front. He's upended with 8 seconds left. They jam at it behind the net, and we have a whistle. And we're going to have a face-off with 5 seconds left to go. 8-1, Massena leading. Face-off will be in the Canton zone. Off the draw. The puck comes free behind the net. They clear it back to the point, and it's over. So Massena with a big win here, putting them at 7-1 and tied for first place with OFA. And, of course, the showdown coming up Saturday afternoon at OFA. Game time 3 o'clock, and we'll be on the air shortly before 3 o'clock live from the Golden Dome in Ogdensburg as the Massena Red Raiders take on the Blue Devils of OFA.